am so proud, and it's not an accident, you know. I didn't know until today that the company was 60 years in business, and that's the exact same years I've been in business too. So I think there's a lot of acts of divinity and bonding and similar goals with sound especially, and a dedication to sound, to reproduce it. And it's because it's not as easy as it sounds. You have to care first. I don't care how much you get paid or anything else, you have to care. And your heart has to be in it. And with this company, I felt that from the very first time I met the people personally. And I had been involved in the equipment person myself for a long time before I met them. I mean, I can't ever remember being in the studio without seeing the letters JBL. That's been a part of my life since I've been started in the record business almost. And in the other room, there's a picture of me with the earphones on about 15 or 17 years ago. Anyway, I think that these kinds of things, my next door neighbor used to be, until last month, Art Linkletter, who was a great television man. He used to tell me all the time, Quincy, you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans. And that's absolutely right, because we do not have all the power in our life that we think we do. And the older I get, I'm learning how to let go and let God, and let God handle it, the divinity handle it. And the relationship with this company, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. It really means something to me, so much, and it's not an accident. So we have so many similar incidents and accomplishments and goals and loves and that we share. And it's I look at our whole business and the entertainment business as a song and a story. Without those, you are finished. And a great song can make the worst singer in the world a star. We've seen that. We've heard that. And the three greatest singers in the world cannot make a bad song work. It's impossible. And in both areas, in film and in music, it's a great song first. You get the artists, you get the recording, you get the publishing, the musicians, the background singers, the arrangers, etc., the studio, and have it captured by a very skilled engineer. And I look at it just like a movie director. It's the same as the director of photography. If they don't capture that moment after all that preparation, if they don't capture that moment the way it was really conceived, it doesn't mean a thing. So we add all those elements that gets down to Bruce Sweeney after we get the music on the right tape. And he mixes it, he masters it with Bernie Drummond, who nobody can touch. You know, we've used him for the last 35 years in every record we've done. And then we hand it to our brothers at Harmon. They're the ones that get it to the people's ears with the same care and love. It's a lot of work, you know, making music and recording music especially. That's why I don't have a studio in my home, because I'm not crazy about a guitar player walking around in his underwear at 3 o'clock in the morning. You know? I really mean it. It's a very sacred moment for me. When we go in seriously, and it's life or death, really. And my least favorite numbers are number 2, number 6, and number 11. I do not want to be number 2. No way. And I've never heard anybody talk about I had a top 6 record or a top 11 record. You know, it's 10 or 5. And if I get to 2, you better believe I want to be number 1. And you know, there's 2 things that happen. You make a step of defeat, you retreat, and you get cautious and reticent and careful. You make a step of victory, it encourages you, and you make a giant step next time. Even if you get knocked down, you get back up and you make another giant step. And then you get to the point where nothing scares you. And that may be my fault, but nothing scares me anymore. Nothing. And I think these gentlemen here, their work proves it to me that nothing scares them either. They just go after getting the right sound. Because that's the only thing that can take all the work we do and put it to your hearts and let it respond. Music is the strangest animal on the planet. And he talked about mathematics. I'm not a close to being a mathematician. I hated math when I was little. But I have some friends that showed me some funny little things to do with it, so I had fun with it. But even though music and math are absolutes, music is the one that engages, the only one that engages the left and the right brain, and that's emotion and intellect. And it's powerful, powerful stuff. I'm working with a lot of foundations like the Down syndrome, autism, all of those, dyslexia. It has the power to even heal. And I am very, very, very honestly and sincerely grateful to be working in a partnership with Harmon and AKG from the bottom of my heart. We're gonna do some great work. I know it.
That little video you saw early, even that could not capture Quincy's achievements. The biggest entertainer of our century, the biggest philanthropist, then the engineer. I mean, Quincy is an engineer, a lot of people don't realize. He designed things, he perfects things. He's a mathematician. It's funny enough, Quincy never stops. While sitting doing his little work here, and I said, hello Quincy, and Quincy started telling me a few things of mathematics. How math has helped him, shaped his life, bringing math and music together. Constantly evolving, constantly working hard at it, and developing new theories for the new musicians, new entertainers. He never stops. I think some of the facts and figures which we all know, it's worth letting each other know that Quincy is the only entertainer in the history of this world in the music who has 27 Grammy Awards. And I had the privilege to visit with Quincy at his lovely home in California, in Hollywood. And Quincy was kind enough to show me a little memorabilia. And then of course you turn from the showcase of Grammys, then you see walls after walls after walls of awards from the presidents, the head of states, and you name it, just list goes on. You saw it. Quincy is a true genius. Quincy, when you hear the Q factor, it means Q factor, that's what it is. It's a Q power, power of Q. It's a power of Q, not just the Q, because he multiplies by the factor of 3. Now, we have been very privileged. That's the only word come to mind. With the proximity with Quincy over his 60 years of absolute phenomenal creation, what he has done for the world, Quincy has helped us design better product. He has helped our scientists think beyond what they could think. He has helped us define new boundaries which we could not think of. He has been unselfishly helping us working with our Crown amplifiers, with our JBL loudspeaker series, with our Lexicon, with our other pieces, AKG, which is one of the finest brand in the world, which professionals like Quincy who do not compromise at all. He's a perfectionist. He's been working with. It's not an accident or coincidence that this year the Grammy Association, who is very particular, gave a Grammy Award to AKG brand for 60 years of great contribution. Guess who's behind it? That's the great Quincy behind it. So then I sometimes think, you know, I am privileged, but what is common between these two institutions? Quincy is an institution, and Harvard is an institution where there's another 60 plus years of history. They both have thrived and strive for perfection. They both stand for absolute the best. As Thais said earlier, we continue to drive new engineering so that we can reproduce what legends like Quincy have produced without any aberration. There's a lot of noise out there. When you go to the IFA booth, there are lots of companies out there, there's a lot of noise. But there's only one true sound you have to look for. And that's where I think we wanted Quincy to come and tell us. We're very privileged to announce this great relationship. With Quincy's help, we're going to forget about the company and business, we're going to take music to the next level. We're going to take the science of products, the solution Harman brings to life, the complete systems for automobile industry. which 80% of the world's luxury cars have adopted, by the way. 80% of the world's luxury cars have Harman sound. And all the institutions, whether it's the Kennedy Center, Lincoln Center, you saw Quincy inaugurating Beijing Olympics, it's all Harman. Shanghai Expo, where you saw he designed the theme song, it's all Harman, done by Harman. O2 Arena in Berlin, I hope some of you have visited, it's all designed by Harman. So where sound matters, it is Harman. And why? Because we have legend like Quincy helping us, coaching us, teaching us. We'll always be his student, like you saw other magicians of great fame. When it comes to Quincy, they prefer to sit down on the floor because Quincy is sitting on a chair. That's out of respect.